Hello students. Last lesson we looked at finding volumes of prisms, okay? And today we are going to be looking at finding volumes of pyramids, okay? So, notice pyramids, they come to like one point up at the top, right? If we're looking at this image. Okay, so the algebraic formula for finding the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 the area of the base times the height of the pyramid. Okay, so area of base and the height of pyramid. Okay, so let's look at some examples. We are actually only going to focus on pyramids that have bases of squares or triangles. Okay, so you see the bases in example 1, they all are not quadrilateral, rectangles or triangles. So we can just X-nay those. So when we skip down to example 2, you see that this base is a rectangle, okay? So we're good to go here. These are the ones we're focusing on and really hammering down, okay? So I'm going to first just start out by writing the formula. V equals 1/3 base times height, okay? The base is this section right here. Okay, so we have to find the area of the base, which is 3 times 4. And that height they have labeled in red, that is 7. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what order you want to simplify these in, because you could put them all in your calculator right now, and you can multiply them all out. I'm going to find the area of the base first. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay. And when you do 12 divided by 3, you know that is 4, okay? Now we just have to multiply by 7, so we get that this volume of the pyramid is 28 feet cubed. Okay, again, when you were at this point, okay, you can, or even the point before that, you can just put that all into your calculator. 1/3 times 12 times 7, okay? Let's look at another example. This time, our base of this pyramid is a triangle. Okay, so we have to take that into consideration. Okay, so volume is equal to 1/3 base times height. Always, 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 people, just write the formula to start. Okay, so we look at this triangle and they have two heights labeled, right? They have the height of the triangle and then the height of the pyramid. So 10 is the height of the pyramid and 6 is the height of the triangle. Okay, so now even if you need to, with this formula, we can write out the formula for finding the base. Okay, so 1/2 base times height of the triangle and then the height. Okay, so 1/3 times 1/2, our base is 17.5 and our height is 6. Okay, so when I multiply 17.5 times 6, I get 105. Okay, I know it's a triangle, so I have to divide it by 2. So the area of the base is 52.5. Okay, now I'm going to mix in the height of this pyramid, which is 10. Okay, so now I'm just going to multiply it in my calculator. 52.5 times 10 will give me 525. Okay, and now we need to divide that by 3. Okay, same thing as multiplying by 1/3. And I will get that this volume of the pyramid is 175 meters cubed. Okay, we have one last example. Okay, F. So now we first have to look at this and see what shape our base is in. It is a rectangle, okay, so we can use the formula for the volume of the pyramid. 1/3 base times height. we know that the volume of the base is just going to be our base times height, so 10 times 8, okay, and the height of the pyramid is 7, labeled there with that red line, okay. We have the area of the base is 10 times 8, so that's 80, okay. So now I'm just going to take 80 times 7 and get 560. At this point, it does not matter what order you're multiplying in. This is just what's easiest for me. 80 times 7 first. Then I'm going to divide that by 3 or multiply it by a third. Same thing. And I get 186.66 repeating. And the units on that are inches cubed. Cubed because it is volume. Okay, so we had 3 examples here today of finding the volume of the pyramid. Please, people, start out all of these questions by writing the formula out. Then you have to say to yourself, okay, what shape is the base? Can I do base times height when it's a rectangle? Or do I have to do 1/2 base times height if it's a triangle? Then we just have to multiply by height and never forgetting to divide by 3 or multiply by 1/2. Multiply by 1/3.